Hey everyone, thanks for joining in on our Loam Sandbox live stream today. In case you missed last week's live stream, it's available as our every live stream we've made so far on the official Amoebus Labs YouTube channel. Last week, we sort of started a garden focused heavily on plants and how you can use them in creative ways to create a really unique garden. And this week we're picking off right where we left off, and we're going to be looking at decor, specifically how you can use that in your garden designs. So I'm Nick, by the way, the communication specialist here at Amoebus Labs. And in headset, we have Amy, Loam's producer. And so Amy's going to be walking us through our garden today as we buy some decor, place it, and even maneuver it around using the blueprint mode. So Amy right now is just looking around the garden. And in case you missed out, we have a little area devoted to tall plants. We've got some can of seeds over there that are growing. Great crop to sell if you need money. Straight ahead, we have a colorful garden. We've got plants from like literally every color of the rainbow. And then we also have some fruits and vegetables, as well as like a monochromatic garden too. So today we're just going to be taking sort of the foundations that we've already set and taking them to a new level using decor. So Amy's just walked inside the shed, and using the communications console, you're gonna be able to switch between seeds and decor. So she just switched to decor. Let's see what she buys first. Oh, the arbor, good choice. This is gonna help you segment your garden. Let's see what else she buys. The bird bath, a great centerpiece. Curly grass, always looks beautiful. And I feel like it's the perfect height for a gnome. Awesome. She's getting an assortment of literally everything we can think of. Awesome. So starting off in our rainbow garden, we're going to add a little entrance. Now, arbors are great because they really show how you can segment your garden and create different areas. And they are a really powerful entrance. So these are stepping stones that she's placing, and these help guide anyone who puts on your headset and walks through your garden. They're going to know exactly the areas that you want them to walk through, the parts of your garden that you put the most effort into designing. And honestly, these stones are part of any garden I design. They're kind of a staple. They're not too expensive, but just know you'll probably need more than just one. Oh, nice. She's about to place a Vecchio vase named after Loam Sandbox's art director, Shelby Vecchio. Now, where she's standing at right now is our monochromatic garden. In Loam, some obviously different plants are gonna have different colors. And so this is similar to our rainbow garden in the sense that we're using color to decorate our garden. But over here, we opted for just red plants, just red flowers, which she's accenting using the windmill. Nice. So she placed the bird bath just then, and the bird bath is really unique because it has very cool water animations. Oh, that looks great. That's great. Curly glass grass is one of my favorite decorations because it's not that expensive, and I'm very partial to gnomes. And like I said earlier, the sizes for both of those decorations are pretty similar. So it's really easy to get a nice little gnome setup with some curly glass grass there to accent. So Amy's going to get a couple more decorations for the garden. Grabbed a pot, another vase. And I love the vases because they're different colors and you can put them throughout your garden to either guide people or you can put them next to your flowers and create a very pretty atmosphere, as Amy's about to show. You can see the vases have slightly different shapes and colors, so it really helps add dynamic contrasts to your art designs. Looks great. Bistro chair. Just gonna grab a couple of those and a table. Oh, I think I know where this might be headed. And a gnome. Nice. Would it really be a garden design without a gnome? Sweet. And she got a pillar too, one of my favorite decorations because it's so tall. Can't miss it. Now, obviously, as you design your gardens, you're going to choose the decorations that you prefer, so long as you have enough souls to buy them. But we're just showcasing a couple of our favorites, some that are very important to our garden designs, and they might be important to yours too. But definitely feel free to experiment and try new things, because that's half the fun. I can tell she's tempted by all the different decorations. It can be hard. It can be hard to choose one. Nice, good choice. The outdoor speaker. Sweet, I can't wait to see what Amy does with all of these. Yeah, so you can see now she reached the maximum capacity of her backpack. So she's actually going to go and place a couple of these decorations, and then we can go back and what we've bought will still be there in the comms console. So right there is the Swedish fire log. One of the, what I anticipate to be one of the most popular decorations in Loam because it is so unique and it creates a quite a vibe, if you will, with quite a cozy atmosphere from the fire and the animated fire animations on top with the smoke really add a unique element to your garden design. Nice. I think Amy's about to make a seating area on the deck, which is very cool. Sometimes I forget that you can even place decorations up here, making it very much a part of your garden. Oh, nice. So that item, these sparklers, you can buy as an individual or as a set of 3. But when you place the set of 3, it's all recognized as one decoration. So keep that in mind when you're designing. If you want them to be maybe more spaced out, you're probably better off buying 3 separate ones as opposed to a trio. Nice. So you can use the sparklers to add a bit of pop to your garden, some color, and it's like, as Amy placed it in the corner, it really takes pieces of your garden that would be a little, for lack of a better word, dull, and really spices them up. So now we're trying to figure out the next move. Awesome. Just like the bird bath from earlier, the fountain is really awesome because of its water animations. You can see the water's flowing all the time. The decorations with animations are some of my favorites, like the Swedish firewalk earlier, because they add. I like them for the same reason I love critters when they visit my garden. It just brings a little bit of life to the garden design. And there's the pillar. You can't help but notice it. It's such an eye. What's the word? It attracts the eyes, we'll say. Awesome. A little gnome friend. So you can see Amy's putting the last couple decorations she bought in her backpack. Awesome. She's making a little campfire. I love it. Yeah, stumps are a good way to add a little bit of natural seating to your garden, and still keep like a very nature-oriented theme, but you giving some space for more social aspects of your garden to take place. Nice. So the middle of this garden looks like a great time to listen to some music with some friends or share some scary ghost stories by the fire. Coming a long way. And now she's just harvesting some canna lilies that she can sell and get a couple more souls. Yeah, just keep in mind that you can place or replant rather harvested fruits, vegetables, flowers, herbs, just about anything. As long as it's fully grown, you harvest it and drop it in another hole, and you can water it from then on like a new seed packet that you just bought. Awesome. So she triggered a new day. She's gonna have to water these lilies again. Sweet. Now I think she's gonna go sell what she just harvested. So you can see at top, we're gonna get 160 souls for that, which is a great return. Flamingo, nice choice. It's a great way to add some more color to your garden. Nice. Toadstool trios are awesome because they're small and similar to the sparklers. They come in three that you can plop down and add a bunch, add a wide space of decor all at once, and just with one purchase. Nice. Little tiny door in the log. That's awesome. You can see Amy plays a lot with size, with the size of her decorations. Um, Sometimes they're consistent, like in this little area, but some other places in this garden, you can see that there's a little bit more variation. And adds a little spice, adds a little bit of unpredictability to your garden design, I think. That looks great. So the tiny door and the toadstools, they together, I think, add a bit of magic. They feel like they add a magical tone to your garden design. And that can be very useful, especially if you want to incorporate gnomes or a fairy garden within your garden design. She just harvested sunflowers, which were honestly among my favorite plants in the game because they grow so tall. And I'm a sucker for anything tall in them. Nice. You just placed a workbench. Now the workbench is a little bit pricey, but it looks awesome in your garden, especially against a wall or in an area where there's plenty of space to kind of take it all in and bask in it. Nice. And as you design your gardens, you may want to take a page out of Amy's notebook and perhaps segment your garden into different areas. That way, you can buy an assortment of decor and have it still all look at home. And you can also have an area to harvest or plant plants that you plan to harvest. That's a lot of plant. But that way, by segmenting your garden, you can keep it very organized and very clean, if that's what you're going for, obviously. Got some garden clocks, a little bench. Nice. See, so now we're at the tricky part of the stream because we're running low on souls. So it's important to be economical with how you sell, or rather how you buy your decor, because when you sell it, if you need to, you're not going to get as much back as you spent for it. So keep that in mind as you're buying. Choose wisely. Try to invest in pieces of decor, at least early in the game, that you plan on having for a while, that you're not going to just sell the next day. Nice. So she's got a little work area. Very homey, very cozy vibes. So this looks awesome. The campfire area in the middle is a good example of how you don't even really need plants if you want to design something cool in your garden. You might obviously need them at first to generate the souls to buy decorations, but anything's possible. It's looking really good. Amy, do you want to give us a small little tour before we go ahead and sign off? Sweet. So in this corner was a little bit of some money-making plants. You saw Amy harvest earlier, some lilies, but closer than that is this cute little gnome buddy that we put right outside the shed to greet us every time we load the game up. Nice. And now we've bought a brand new path and trail for our rainbow garden, as well as an arbor and some vases that welcome you into the colorful area of the garden, I should say. This is a good depiction of how colorful Loam's plants are. So keep that in mind. Keep color in mind as you design your gardens. You can see a couple more beautiful flowers, as well as the bird bath and the curly glass grass. Over ahead, you can see, oh, look at the little pig. We've got some fruits, vegetables. Yeah, a bunch of things that are easy to harvest, easy to plant more of, and are going to make you a lot of souls. So that might be a good area of your garden to incorporate, at least in the beginning as you're earning souls, earning money, and before you've really gotten a footing in terms of buying decor. You can see she spiced up the corner of her garden using some sparklers and glass. And here's the monochromatic area of her garden that she accented using the red windmill. So in addition to color, you'll probably also want to keep in mind size of items as you design your garden. We've got plenty of big items, but we also have plenty of smaller items. And so mixing them both is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a big part of your garden design. I think as you buy more decorations, as you grow more plants, I think blending them in a way that feels very dynamic will be exciting to see, and we can't wait to see your garden. So as you design them, don't forget to share them with us. You can tag us in a tweet, you can tag Amoebus Labs or Loam Game. You can join our Discord and share them in Gardens. It's a channel devoted just to seeing awesome garden designs from the team, but also from you guys as well. So we really appreciate you reaching out, sharing your gardens. And here's the final piece, the centerpiece of the garden, a little campfire area. I would love to see your take on a campfire area, because this is one of my favorite things to design. Get a little stump, take a seat, just warm my hands by the fire. So that's great. Thank you everybody for joining our Advanced Gardening Techniques live stream. If you missed any of our prior live streams, again, you can watch them all on Amoebus Labs YouTube channel. We really appreciate you joining us, and thanks again. See you soon.